At a recent meeting of the Defense Ministry Board, Sergei Shoigu was in a pretty good mood. This was noticed by many, including Western analysts. As it turned out, the reason for the Russian minister's good mood was not only the apparent successes of the Russian army in numerous sectors of the front, but also the destruction of 24 enemy combat aircraft within 5 days. At the same time, Sergei Shoigu congratulated the Russian military on such profound achievements. Moreover, he also hinted that this success was made possible thanks to the latest secret systems that Russia began using in the zone of a special military operation. At the same time, the Russian minister did not specify which latest systems are being referred to. The only thing that Sergei Shoigu said is that now Russia has a completely new weapon, capable of disabling all enemy aircraft, hinting at NATO warplanes. Meanwhile, the fact of the destruction of 24 Ukrainian combat aircraft within 5 days caused a real commotion in the Pentagon. Moreover, the fact that all these warplanes were destroyed in the deep rear indicates that Russia has created a powerful new weapon that can affect the effectiveness of all Western aviation. At the same time, it is worth noting that the statements of some Ukrainian pilots, who managed to eject at the last moment, caused a real shock, both in NATO and in the Pentagon. According to them, the onboard computers of the aircraft were silent until the last second, and did not indicate the approach of the rocket and other unidentified flying objects nearby. In fact, the fallen Ukrainian pilots did not understand what killed them. Military experts are still wondering what kind of latest weapon Russia has started using in the zone of a special military operation. It is worth noting that the opinions of many experts on this issue differ. Some experts claim that Russia has begun to use the latest air defense systems, with new generation long-range missiles, capable of hitting targets even behind enemy lines. However, many experts are sure that such large losses of the Ukrainian air forces are caused by the fact that Russia has begun to use in the zone of a special military operation its fifth-generation fighter jets, with a completely new stealth coating, and R-37M air-to-air missiles, which were specially modified and rigged for the Su-57. At the same time, the ability of this missile to hit targets at a distance of up to 400 kilometers makes this weapon a formidable force against the entire NATO structure. Meanwhile, the Pentagon itself is at a complete loss, and does not hide its anxiety. If the fears of the Western military are confirmed about Russia's latest secret weapon systems, then the West will have to spend huge efforts and funds in order to somehow secure its air forces. However, judging by the fact that the West has lagged behind Russia by at least 20 years in rocket science, the US military will most likely not be able to find an effective way to solve this problem.